Summary of Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi. Successful people seem to just have stumbled upon all their achievements because of sheer luck. But success does not depend on luck. The people who become successful are the ones who take the right action at the right moment. The most important thing that separates these people from the masses is their mindset. They possess the $1 million mindset. And guess what? You can possess this mindset too, if that is what you want. You just need to give up your old limiting beliefs for new empowering ones. You just need to let go of your old useless habits and develop new productive ones. The first step to take towards your life as a millionaire is to truly understand what you want from life. Most people don't really know this. They know that they don't want to be poor or ill, but ask them what they want, and they are stumped. This is a major problem if you want to be successful in life. How can you be successful if you don't even know that's what you want? To take care of this issue, you should act with more intention towards your goals and do what actually motivates you. If you went on a long car journey without a destination in your mind, what do you suppose would happen? Well, generally speaking, you would probably end up lost, and out of gas. This also applies to your life. If you aimlessly waddle through life, you won't achieve anything worthwhile. That is why you should occasionally take a break and remind yourself what it is that you are aiming for. It is essential to figure out your why. You need to understand that this is what really drives you at your very core. It is what you truly desire out of life. However, it can sometimes be hard to figure out your why. The author has devised a strategy to help with self-analysis and discovery. This strategy involves being asked why 7 times to consequent questions. For example, you ask someone what they desire most. If he says, $1 million, you ask him, why? He'll probably say something like, to have more free time. You ask him, why would you want to be free? He'll answer something like, to be able to spend more time with my family and friends. You continue the process. In the end, you'll most certainly find a definite answer to what it is that your true, base, primal desire is. The Navajo people have a tale that they tell their children. They say that there are 2 wolves in each one of us. The first wolf is an envious and malicious creature. He only sees the problems in the world and focuses on how bad things are for him. The second wolf is an optimistic beast. He thinks he can achieve anything in the world if he sets his sight on the goal. The 2 wolves constantly fight each other to come over victorious. The wolf who wins is the one we feed. The point to understand here is that we should shut the negative voice in our head that holds us back. This voice tells us not to take risks and always play safe, because we might fail. If we listen to this voice, we would achieve mediocrity at best. To really be great at something, we have to put everything at stake and take the leap from safety into unknown territory at times. We have to listen to the optimistic voice inside our head that tells us that if we truly try and work towards our goals, we will achieve them. One piece of advice is to do what you love and to screw your weaknesses. The things that you are weak at won't get better, and what's more, won't make for a fulfilled life if you work hard at improving at them. This is because you don't truly enjoy doing what you're not good at. Try practicing and developing skills that you find enjoyable and are actually good at. Once you shut off the negative voice in your head, you'll be amazed at what all you can achieve in life. There is a positive side to this as well. The negative voice inside can be drowned out by your positive voice. Your positive voice comes from your inner hero. This is the person you really are, confident and passionate about life. Once your inner hero takes charge, there's hardly anything you can't do. To cultivate your inner hero, you need to develop 3 habits. The first habit is to see and carry yourself as a winner, even though you're acting in the beginning. Sure enough, in time, you will come out to be one in real life. The second habit is to always use positive phrases when addressing yourself or how you're feeling. The reason for this is that when you say something like, I'm really stressed, you tend to feel stressed. Instead of saying something like that, restate what you're saying into something positive, like, I'm pushing myself and learning a lot. This will push you into a positive state of mind. The third habit is to be surrounded by people you wish to be like. This is because you emulate your social circle. If you wish to be financially successful, spend time with people who already are. You'll pick up their good habits and thought patterns, and you'll find yourself to be financially well off in due time. Do you find yourself lamenting on how and why your life turned out the way it did? If you do, then you should stop. This is because there is no use telling yourself or someone else a narrative explaining why you turned out a certain way because of unfavorable situations. Instead of focusing on the problems, focus on the bright side. Instead of focusing on your failures, focus on what you achieved. One way to look at something problematic could be to change your perception. The author was diagnosed with AD early in his life. He could have given that as an excuse if he were to fail, but his perception of this disease changed when he met a life coach. The coach told him that people with AD are actually very passionate and bursting with energy. It is only their excessive energy that psychiatrists and parents find to be hard to deal with, and that is why they get the AD label. Since that day, the author's narrative about his AD changed to describe it as something positive about himself. You can do this too. Reframe your negative narrative about yourself into something positive, and you will attract positivity. What are your views on working hard? Is it as important as it is made out to be? Millionaires seldom work harder or put in more hours than the average person, but they do end up a lot richer. This is because they cut off all the distractions in their life and focus only on what is important, or what makes money. Working smart is better than working hard. A not-to-do list is as important as a to-do list. Make a list of all the activities that eat up your time that could be used elsewhere to yield better results, and put them in the list of things you would not do. Eliminate them from the list of things that you must do or hire someone else to do them. Focus only on what matters to feed your end goal in life. Let go mindless activities like mindlessly browsing the web or mowing your lawn. To mold success, you need to have confidence. Confidence can be cultivated using the 4 C's. 1. Courage. Every big move you ever made in your life, like starting a business or having children, involved courage to step outside of your comfort zone and face the unknown. 2. Commitment. Commitment is the will to see something till its end. No matter what it is you want to achieve, whether it is a job or a specific diet, you won't be able to achieve it if you don't have the grit to see it through. 3. Capability. Capability refers to the skills we own and the ones we are willing to develop. If you want to achieve anything of meaning, you must have a few important skills at your disposal. These skills vary depending on your goals. If you want to be an expert chef, you would have to develop some cooking skills. 4. Confidence. Confidence will follow the first 3 C's. Courage, commitment and capability will instill confidence in you by default, since they are the pillars on which success is formed.